Secrets of the Aztalan Mounds, Coded Markings and the Keys to Lost Cultural Knowledge. At sunrise, mist curls above the grassy ridges of the Aztalan Mounds, casting long shadows across the Wisconsin prairie. Visitors walking the silent earthworks may sense a presence, an echo of the people who once called this place home. But beneath the tranquil surface lies a centuries-old puzzle. Mysterious markings and patterns hidden in the mounds themselves, waiting to unveil the forgotten wisdom and rituals of a lost Native American civilization. The Aztalan Enigma, nestled beside the Crawfish River. The Aztalan State Park preserves the ruins of a fortified village that thrived between 1000 and 1300 AD. With its towering platform mounds, stockades, and ceremonial plazas, Aztalan was the northernmost outpost of the Mississippian Culture, a network of complex societies more often associated with distant Cahokia. For years, archaeologists puzzled over the site's purpose. Was it a center of trade, a religious sanctuary? The mounds held the answers, but their secrets were well guarded, encrypted in the language of earthen symbol. Discovery of the coded markings. The breakthrough came when researchers from the University of Wisconsin noticed an uncanny regularity to the layout of the Aztalan Mounds and the surrounding post holes. Using drone imaging and ground-penetrating radar, they mapped out not only the visible structures but also subtle patterns etched into the earth, geometric arrangements, spirals, and deliberate alignments with the solstices. Beneath a layer of sod on the largest mound, archaeologists uncovered patterns of stones and shells, some arranged in spiral shapes, others forming zigzags and circles. Upon closer examination, it became clear these were not random decorations. They were messages, coded in a symbolic language lost to time. Deciphering the ancient code, drawing on oral histories from descendant Native American communities, and comparing the symbols to pottery and rock art from across the Mississippian world, researchers began to decode the markings. What emerged was a tapestry of knowledge, woven into the very bones of the landscape. Some symbols represented celestial events, the rising and setting of the sun at crucial times of the year, linked to agricultural cycles and ceremonies. Others mapped the flow of the nearby river, which sustained and protected the community. The spirals, often thought to represent journeys or cycles, were matched to stories of migration and renewal found in native oral traditions. One particularly complex pattern, a series of interlocking triangles, was found to correspond to a lunar calendar, suggesting that the builders of Aztalan tracked not only the solar year, but the intricate rhythms of the moon. The mounds, then, were not just tombs or platforms. They were living calendars, teaching tools, and sacred texts all in one, unlocking lost rituals and knowledge. The coded markings also revealed the structure of social and spiritual life at Aztalan. The placement of ceremonial mounds and plazas indicated where dances, feasts, and rites of passage took place. The alignment of the stockade, far from being merely defensive, was found to mirror the constellation Orion, suggesting that the town's very walls were built to reflect the heavens. Artifacts found within the mounds, including carved effigies and engraved copper plates, provided further context. When aligned with the mound markings, these objects told stories of creation, communal responsibility, and the cycles of life and death. The codes preserved not only practical knowledge, when to plant, when to gather, when to celebrate, but also moral lessons about harmony, stewardship, and respect for the land. A living legacy. The rediscovery of Aztalan's coded markings has transformed how we understand Native American earthworks, not as mute monuments, but as messages from the past. Modern-day descendants of the Mississippian peoples, including the Ho-Chunk and other Wisconsin tribes, have been invited to participate in the interpretation of these findings. For many, it's a moment of connection and revival, a way to reclaim lost narratives and reaffirm ancestral wisdom. As the sun sets and the prairie falls silent again, the mounds stand as both a challenge and an invitation. Their codes are not just relics, they are bridges, beckoning us to listen more closely and to value the knowledge that the land itself preserves.